Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. And we have got ourselves what should be an interesting one here today, as it's going to be a bot that I've never cast before. Zig Reapers. Zig Reapers, I'm assuming, is going to be a Reaper Rush bot. However, you never really know until you see these bots in full effect. And taking on Zig Reapers is going to be Antibot. I honestly have no idea which of these two bots are favored. But, yeah. Zig Reapers is programmed by Spud, who has a few bots on the ladder, but I'm honestly not too sure about their details or anything like that. But we may check out more of it. And yeah, this is a good insight into how bot games kind of started off. Like, we have a lot of really good and advanced bots in this day and age, but like, for example, they didn't all start out that way. The first bots were very basic bots. There is actually a really great video of Crypt describing the early days of the StarCraft 2 bot scene and sort of the development that went on. He did a really great video of it, and I recommend you guys watch it if you want insight on the history of these bot games. I personally learned a lot from it, so if I don't remember to link that in the video, feel free to leave a comment and I'll reply to your comment with the video. And yeah, that is just something I think that's really cool, because there's already so much history in these bot games, lots of tournaments, lots of development tips and tricks, that kind of thing that have been developed over time. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as this one is getting underway, make sure to go ahead and click that like button if you haven't already. We do have Zig Reapers going for Reapers, so maybe if we can get a comment saying more Reapers, that would be good. And then subscribe if you guys haven't already. The first Reaper is coming on in. It will strike right before these two Marines pop on out for Antibot. Now, Antibot doesn't think its chances in this game are very good, but we shall see, as it does have a factory on the way, which is a critical part of defending against Reapers. Potentially getting out a Hellion or even like a siege tank or something like that would be big. Zig Reapers does have pretty good Reaper micro so far, getting that one out of there. We've yet to see a KD8 charge or anything like that. And the Reapers seem to take a little bit of damage. The high ground works pretty well, and a bit of bugged pathing on Zig Reapers. That one didn't jump up, so things could have definitely gone worse for Antibot as far as the start of this game goes. It's still got a ways to go, and it's going to have to fight off many, many more Reapers. Looks like Zig Reaper just does the basic thing, takes damage, pulls back, goes back on in to try and get efficiency from that regen mechanic, and so far it is doing that, not losing any Reapers, killing 2 Marines. It seems like there's one Reaper that doesn't know how to jump up cliffs. Some of these Marines do come from behind, but that does put them on the low ground, which may leave them much more vulnerable. Now a Hellion is on the way for Antibot. It doesn't quite get a Reaper yet, but it still has a decent number of Marines. This is where problems can arise, though, on nice open terrain like that. Notably in this game, Zig Reapers is not using grenades presently, and it also is not speed mining, I believe. So there is some lost efficiency on this bot. But it is doing pretty well now, in the sense that these Reapers are just dealing with these Marines pretty darn effectively. 8 Marines have gone down for nothing. The Reaper count is getting scarily high. This Hellion is panicking as it drives away. We do have a Widow Mine on the way for Antibot. That could help. The Hellion pulls back. We'll see if it gets repaired or not. That's actually one Widow Mine out, and there is another one that's actually coming forward. So Antibot is kind of holding the line. It is on 2 bases. There's so many Reapers out for Zig Reapers. We'll see if any of them do eat a Widow Mine. That could definitely help out. That is a nice Widow Mine connection, softening up a lot of those. Antibot says you wouldn't not shoot an unarmed mine, would you? There's a second mine that hasn't gone off yet, but it's getting close. Looks like it will find a connection, and it does. I think that was 2 Reapers dead from that one. A third, fourth Widow Mine do come on out, so this game is already being very chaotic. We don't see a lot of Widow Mines in bot games, or at least this many this early, but in theory, each mine here is a guaranteed Reaper kill, so that is big for Antibot. It's pumping out as many units as it possibly can. Meanwhile, we do have Zig Reapers just yeah, doing its thing. Widow Mine goes off, hits a Reaper. There's another mine there going to hit another Reaper, and now some of these mines are dying, unfortunately. Triple mine production against quad Reaper production. That could actually potentially work out for the Reapers in the long run, but that splash damage was really good there on that Widow Mine on the high ground. More mines just being produced and popping on out. Those of you that don't know, a Widow Mine actually costs as many resources as a Reaper. It's 50-50 versus 75-25. So, in theory, we can have as many mines built as many Reapers. Now, the numbers are still good for the Reapers, but that may change as a few more big connections go off. Man, oh man, this game is very entertaining. This is why you just got to click on random bots on the ladder sometimes and just take enjoyment out of the fact that, you know, games like this are happening every day, every hour of every minute of every day on the bot ladder. These Widow Mines are really killing off these Reapers. I think we may be seeing a turning point here as Zig Reapers just can't possibly deal with what is 9 Widow Mines now, I don't think. As Antibot, it's on 2 bases doing well. The high ground really helping it here. And it did say it only had a 5% confidence rating, but I do wonder how that's calculated. Based off this game, I'm a little surprised, but who knows? This is a game on one of the new maps, so maybe this map just really goes in Antibot's favor. We do have another expansion going up for the Red Terran. It's got good production behind this, spending its money, slowly growing that worker count. And yeah, just really, really well done here by Antibot. Well, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but like the unit control was pretty decent, it seemed. With the Marines, the mines moving around is just truly a spectacle. This is one of the most minefields ever, as I'm not sure the Reapers of Zig Reapers will be able to get through this. I would be so happy if we did see drilling claws on these Widow Mines, just because. And based off the fact that there is currently 3 factories out producing pretty much just Widow Mines, I think that's a very realistic possibility. Lots of injured Reapers are back here, but they're just having a hard time dealing with these Hellions. Moving forward, going down quite quickly. And I really do doubt that there's any sort of transition or follow-up from Zig Reapers in this game. So, yeah, just all in all, very, very cool play by Antibot, playing a style I've never seen before. This is the kind of crazy things you can do as a bot author. Just build a field of Widow Mines, and some bots may not know how to handle that. The Reapers are having a very difficult time. Their retreat point has kind of been compromised. They're going to retreat further away, which is good, but yeah, I'm wondering if that's just like a calculated retreat point for the Reapers to run to. The pathing changes in this game. Antibot actually drops a scan after not being able to see that Reaper, as these two are still skirmishing. Hellions against Reapers now en masse. It's very entertaining as just the non-stop battle goes on. And then there's just the massive, massive minefield from Antibot. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that the bot author of Zig Reapers just chose like the very center point of the map as a retreat point for the Reapers. Now the Reapers, they're running forward. There's just no way they'll clear this minefield, though. They are avoiding the mine shots just by luck, I think, partly, as a few of them are going off. Currently, it's 33 dead Reapers. I think we are just seeing a game that is a matter of time until the Blue Terran runs out of steam and gets dealt with. I'm not sure how long it'll take Antibot to actually win the game, based off the fact that it is pushing very slowly, but the mines are actually getting further and further forward. Drilling claws is on the way, so now they will not be killed at all, as they'll be cloaked when they fire. And yeah, let's see here. Although those don't actually look cloaked, despite having drilling claws. That may be a bug in this version of the map. Okay, no, it does say concealment. Maybe I'm just looking... Yeah, okay, it looks normal, pardon me. They are indeed invisible after firing. I've just Got a little confused there. That happens sometimes. It is late. And now we do have a Thor on the way for Antibots. So Mines and Thor is a very interesting composition. The map is getting covered. I guess it's just Antibots designed to leapfrog these Widow Mines. And that is actually such cool design. Like, this is such some of the awesome things you can see a bot do. I definitely will have to cast more anti-bot games. If you guys want to see more of this crazy Widow Mine building bot, let me know in the comments down below. And oh my gosh, this is just, it's Minesweeper is what it is. And yeah, there goes another Reaper, unfortunately. Zig Reaper's not transitioning or running out of resources here. We shall fast forward, as I think it is just a matter of time of this game being over. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, click that like button. We will have a little micro battle after this one. And it's just non-stop Reapers running into Widow Mines at this point. Gets like one shot off and then promptly dies. The mines just slowly inching across the map is very, very cool. No more leapfrogging. Okay, so the mines are just going for it. I have to slow down because my game starts lagging when all these things start walking. Antibot says, okay, time to go for it. Feeling confident enough that it can win, and it will just win this game in epic fashion as the Widow Mines run on in. Those SCVs are having a very, very difficult time. Lots more racks are randomly being built by Zig Reapers, which is interesting. Fortunately, Widow Mines can't shoot buildings. Unfortunately, they do shoot everything else. And so, yeah, let's just witness the end of this. These bot games, they always show you something new. I'm very glad I randomly clicked on this replay. If you guys do have replay suggestions, feel free to send them to me. And yeah, I'll load us into that micro battle. All right, so here we have Memshark taking on Muravev Micro P. I hope I pronounced that correctly. As these stalkers are getting pounced on by the Marines of Memshark pretty effectively. I think there might not be enough firing going on from the stalkers here as they do get cornered and killed. I think you need some target firing from 4 stalkers. 4 stalkers is enough to one-shot a Marine, but we are not seeing target firing here from Muravev. I mean, it is doing a better job retreating this time. Lots of the Marines are softened up and going down, so this one is much closer. 2 of the stalkers do escape to the north. They really just don't seem to have the delay quite correct, as that one was closer, but in the end the Marines do triumph. Again, now we've got Marauders versus Stalkers. The Marauders have Concussive Shell. The Stalkers do not, but I mean, Stalkers deal lots of damage to Marauders, but we are seeing some not optimal focus fire. Still, though, they do eventually get the injured Marauders down, so that is quite important. It's 3 versus 2. Will that last, or second to last Marauder get picked off? Oh no, I think the Marauders will still win this, though, as that one's so close. We've never had a draw, I don't think, in these bot games, as far as the round goes, I don't think. Now the Stalkers at the front are actually going to try and retreat this time since Muravev is on the defensive. Now that may actually be worse against the Marauders, and I mean the numbers are falling rapidly on both sides here as... yeah, those 2 are very, very injured. Once again, it's like one Marauder trying to be a hero. This time the Stalkers do come out ahead as Muravev puts one on the board. We've now got Mass Marines against Zealots, Adepts, and Adepts. No shades being used by the Adepts. They are the main damage dealers. The Marines fanning out, fearing the Zealots. However, the Adepts staying alive is a big deal to throw their frisbees at the Marines as the Zealots force the Marines back. The Adepts are firing. One of them does finally go down, and now the numbers are not looking so hot for Muravev as the Marines are moving forward. And that one does get cornered. So Memshark doing a great job splitting out there, as now Muravev is moving forward once more. One of the Adepts does go down quicker. That is quite unfortunate. Just beautiful, beautiful Marine split here from Memshark as they just fan out optimally. As I say that, though, this game may actually be going worse than the previous round as the numbers are much closer. It's so funny. You're casting these or watching them, and it's just like, oh, I totally know who's going to win this one, and then it it's never the result you think. Hellions now against Zealots and Stalkers with a few Marines thrown into the mix. The Stalkers are getting shots off. The Zealots are getting evaporated quite quickly. Hellions have a lot of micro potential. They've got high speed, so they can fan out very effectively. Now, they don't deal much damage to Stalkers, but they do still deal some damage to Stalkers. I mean, these are two pretty high HP Stalkers still, but yeah, there's way too many Hellions here. There's no way, I don't think, as the Marines also getting involved in that. The Hellions just diving right on top of that. Very cool micro match we are having here, though. The Terran versus Protoss micro is a fun one to watch. I think just Miravev needs some target fire logic in it, as that may improve things a little bit. Not that I know how you go about programming that. Now the 3 Stalkers are clumped up, picking off the Hellions that do move forward. So that is actually looking quite promising for the Protoss. One of the Stalkers does end up going down. The Terran units are quite softened up, though. One more Marine goes down. It's just 1 Stalker, though, so not quite enough, I don't think. A little bit closer, this one. But Memshark does seem to get the edge in most of these. Marines stimming right out of the gate for Memshark is not ideal. That seems like a little bit of a bug. Now, Charge Lot's moving forward. The Stalkers do have Blink. They are pursuing this, as some Marines do section off to chase them. That's actually, I think, best case for the Stalkers, because it will let them handle this kind of piecemeal. And they do handle this piecemeal, as 2 Marauders are left. So Muravev's Blink strategy seems to work out there. However, now it's attacking and defending is swapped. Zealots will move forward once again, forcing the army of Memshark to split on out. Stalkers losing some firing time as they are in the back a little bit there. Now there's quite a few more Terran units this time. Marauders moving forward, stimming, getting on top of this so quickly. At the same time, they are taking a lot of damage. That 1 Marauder is soaking tons, but yes, the Protoss does win that round. Memshark wins overall, but Muravev Micro, for I think its first showing, looked pretty good. The P doesn't stand for potato.